back to the channel. I'm sorry it's been so long since I put out a video. A couple of things complicated it. I got obsessed with sanding and cleaning up the differential. Focus that? No? Okay. And also, I was sick for quite a while. I'm back putting things together. I'm going to reassemble it in the next video. What I've completed now is I removed the differential and the suspension, and I've also got them cleaned up. I have the bushings, I'm putting those in right now. But what you'll see is the entire rear end of the car and the suspension removed and cleaned up, and I'm going to put it back together in the next video. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm sorry it's a little bit disjointed. I'm still learning. Anyway, thank you. So there are bolts that run up between the differential subframe and the actual frame of the car that run up through here, and there's a couple of big bushings on the front on each side, and those hold the differential level. And then we have this bolt runs from here to here and links it to the back of the frame, so the differential's locked in place with bushings, and those bushings up front are the same as these back here. So I've broken all the bolts loose. I was starting to back these out, but then I realized that I want to pull the pin out before I do that, because there's probably some strain on the bolt as it slides through. So the way this is set up, is that the bolt has a nut and then a nylock on it, and then this washer. Then it goes through two bushings and another large washer here, and then through the connecting rod, and then into the frame under the frame under the differential, and then out the other side, and then there's a single nut on the end of it that's also nylock. So that's how it is. Drive this bolt back to maybe about here. I shouldn't probably use the brass hammer directly on it, but fell off of there. Oh, sweet. Hi, I've stopped the sanding and wire brushing and resanding and wire brushing and sandpapering and everything on the rear end, and just buckled down and painted it so that it's at least more workable and something I can take in and out as necessary to maintain the car. I've had the brake rotors turned and everything's ready to go back into the car. I've been waiting on a shipment with the slave cylinders for the drums and the bushings, and I received that yesterday, and I'm going to start getting ready to reassemble it. I may put it in before I get the new pads, just to get it out of the way and in place and ready to go. But this is what it looks like. The goal here is not to perfectly restore the car yet. The goal here is to make the car serviceable and actually get it running and moving, and then move into a restoration. But first I need to have a running, driving car. So that's the plan. I haven't actually taken the differential apart. It still has the original oil from when I received it, which puts it someplace probably in 1983 or 1984. is the car went off the road in 84. It may be the original oil, which would be from 76. So that's entertaining. I'm now, after this, while I'm getting ready for that, I need to clean the rear end of the frame and the radius arms and get those painted so that there's no further rust on them while I'm doing the rest of the effort. So towards that end, I've sanded the tops of the radius arms. I haven't taken them out because, to be honest, getting that bushing at the front end of it appears to be a challenge at the moment. So I'm doing what I can without that. I will have to address that, but probably later. I've received new shocks for the rear end. That was a bit of a challenge, but thanks to P&M Parts, they were able to find me something, and they'll be going in here shortly. I still have to pull the springs out, get them sandblasted and repainted, and then the rear end should be more or less done, and we'll move on to the front end and the rest of the brakes. And then from there, the steering and the engine and the transmission. All right, so far so good. I've had somebody ask me about this clamp and how large it, or this puller, and how large it is. Question being, is it a 6 or an 8 inch? I think the drums are actually about 9.5 inches in diameter, so you need something larger than that. I'm going to go ahead and measure it here in a second and let you know. So this puller has a span of about 16 inches. The puller has a span of about 16 inches if you're looking at it. Yeah, it's right on 16. And then a depth of about 5 inches. And it takes most of that to get this. The drums, as I said, 9.5, so these are probably sitting around 11 when they're on there, and the central bolt is pulled back to about here to get started. So if anybody cares, that's about what it takes to do that.